Hi guys,
welcome back to the
Semps
and today we are talking about the do's
and don'ts
of Uganda.
Yes, our own country.
Exactly.
Yay.
And just briefly, I want to say Uganda is located in East Africa.
Yes.
And
part of Africa.
It's the part of Africa.
Yes.
Lovely country, I would say, and a lot of nature, like
Yes.
a zoo, like something to.
Yeah, a lot of animals.
Yeah, a lot of animals and stuff like that, like tourism. That was our tourism. And we have like approximately 42 million people in the country.
Yeah, and so many, I think over 200 different tribes.
Yeah, there are quite many. I'm not sure about it, but yeah, there are quite many tribes in Uganda.
Yeah.
But we thought we could just talk about a few do's and don'ts in Uganda.
Yeah. In case, you're thinking about going to Uganda or maybe you have some friends or you're together with someone that is Ugandan, things that you need to know, like you do there, things you're not supposed to do there. So we just thought about like maybe
but it shouldn't scare you, like
no,
they're just the normal usual stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, we and the first thing is the clans.
Yes.
Yeah, because like in Uganda, if I am we are from the same clan,
yes,
definitely she cannot be my lady.
I mean, what we mean with clan, your clan is Grasshopper and Sendene, and mine is Entetaina Mchida, and it's a
frog.
It's a frog. So we're safe. We can be together. Yeah. But if I was from Grasshopper clan and he also, we cannot.
We definitely cannot like be in a relationship because it's like a taboo in Uganda.
Yes.
Like if she's from the same culture, it's not working.
No.
And of course, we can't eat the same like for example me. Yeah. I can't eat the grasshopper because like it's also taboo. Like when it comes to food. Of course, you remember in our first video, Angela talked about the way she loves the.
I love the grasshoppers, but since I am with him, I can't eat them anymore.
Yeah. But I think she steals, she hides and eats them a little bit. But yeah, like cultures, you can't marry from your culture, your clan.
Your clan, you can't marry because they see it as if you're like brothers and sisters. If you share the same clan, it's as if
bloodline,
you have the same bloodline. So you cannot marry, you cannot be together.
Yeah. And another don't is like when it comes to the in-laws.
Yes.
Angela cannot go close to my in-laws.
No.
She can't, and neither am I supposed to actually get close
to my in-laws,
mother or father.
Yes.
Like there is that kind of respect we put there, and you are not supposed to like get so close to them because it's like that way of like they feel it would like cause. Like in the Ugandan way, they call it obuko. So people were afraid that someone, you would get sick. It's true. It's like the Parkinson's disease, what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays people are not so much into it. Like some people that are not so, but there are still people that are so much like you don't go near the in-laws. Like for example, when I went to Uganda to see, his relatives, his dad, I couldn't go near him. I have to greet him far away, and you have to always, show respect. And if you see him coming, you have to go another way.
You hide yourself in that case.
Yeah, and also like I cannot sleep in the same house.
No.
As we cannot sleep in the same house as our in-laws. Like I can, if I go to visit him, I can't sleep in the same house where his father, mother sleeps, and he can't do the same.
And it's like because it's like though things are changing, like we're now it can happen, but of course. You get critics from if they know like your family members that you maybe went to Angela's home and you slept over, or vice versa. She went to my home and she slept over. We would get out of like critics. Something of
people would be like, "Really, you did that?"
Yeah, it's like a wow. You can't do that. You can't do that. And of course, for us, like in my home, like for example, my mom, she's okay. Like she doesn't mind it.
Yeah.
And the same applies to.
Yeah, I mean now we're in Europe. It's not right, but like it happens.
Yeah. And and I think Ugandans, they hate to stress.
Yes. Like
you don't stress them when it comes to time because like when it comes to time management, if I have to meet Angela at 7, I can come at 7:30, 8:30.
I feel like people don't have so much respect when it comes to time there, like, you know, or they don't really think like it's a big deal to come in time.
No,
You know?
no, like they just feel like, "Ah, I will be there when I am there," because we think it will still be done. Like if the only things people are like are so cautious is
Yes.
like maybe if it's a doctor's appointment, if it's like you know, those other things like school, and of course even at school myself I used to come late and we got whipped, you know, some sticks on the
Yes.
buttocks, like tomorrow come early, but we still came late. So we are not so much into this time thing, and we
I
just
wish we could change that, actually. That's one thing I wish we could change. Like, you know, to be more time-minded.
I'll be honest, on the like to disagree with my woman, I hate being time conscious because it stresses.
Yeah,
like it does
true,
stress you.
true.
Like I don't want to be like slave to time.
Yeah.
But I respect the time that if I have to meet you on this time, I would love to be there on time. But I hate the fact that I have to look at the clock, all the
and that's
time.
another thing, like Ugandans don't want to be stressed at all. We don't like to be stressed, so that's another don't stress Ugandans, because when you stress them they become angry.
Yeah, they yell because they
Yes.
think like we will still do it, and they don't mind it.
Like, for example, you can go, like, I mean, I've heard some people say, like, you know, when you go to Uganda, you see people walking on the street and they are just taking their time and they're walking slowly as if they have nowhere to go. And it's like, we don't like stressing.
No, we don't stress. We don't like it's we are like we will do it. I will reach, like we do things our own way.
Yeah.
And another thing is like the kids, like if you come with your kid, if you visit or something like that, like the kids always, if we are to eat, like when I was a kid, you always sat down and you're not supposed to speak when you're like mealtime. You don't talk out, you don't say a word, you don't respond unless you're asked.
Yeah.
So like it's very, very like disrespectful to sit on a table and then you start like talking, because we say like the Swedes say, "Låt mat tysta munnen." Like let them the food quiet, make the mouth quiet.
Yes.
And if you talk, they would normally say my food might, like soup might go the wrong way. So back home in Uganda, the kids are supposed always like be quiet and like it's a way of respect.
Yes.
To you know what I mean.
Yes, it is.
And in Swedish, like meal time is talk time. Like it's like conversation.
It's completely different here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you talk, you converse, how was your day? I think, but in Uganda, no, kids don't talk.
No, you
Only
don't.
grown-ups.
You let the grown-ups, it's like the grown-ups table. Greetings.
You're gonna greet your elders, you always kneel down. For, you know, for women, we kneel down when you are greeting your elders or you're giving them something, and the men, you bow down,
Yeah,
right?
like you know, you're like hello, and then and it's pretty much like if it's like when it comes to serving them food also, like
Yes.
it's a way like it's not
It's
of like
respect.
degrading somebody. It's like more of respect.
Yes,
Like you
yes.
show respect to your elders.
Yes.
And just, you know, like
And we grow up doing that, so you get so used to it, and to the point that even on the street when you meet your elders, you kneel down.
yeah. Like I had a friend of mine, and she was like the dad was from my clan, but whenever she met me, even on the streets, we were going to campus, she knelt down and greeted me, and was like,
It doesn't matter
wow.
where you were, as long as you meet your elders and you're gonna greet them, you kneel down.
yeah. And that was a do, like when it comes to greetings, you kneel, like it's
Yeah.
really, really like that. You
It's
do
very
it. You have to do it. So it's a do. And another thing would be dressing.
Dressing, yes, it is very important to dress, you know, appropriately, especially when you're, you know, out in about, you know, on the streets, or you know, you're with your elders. You know, it's not
Advisable.
Yes, to dress up in short skirts, and
Yeah.
mostly also it's to protect, you know.
Yeah, it's like a way of protection, because you know, like for example, since Uganda is like a developing country, we are so keen about how you dress, because when you go out, so actually in Uganda the short dressing was banned, like it was banned because
Short
of that.
skirts,
Women were
yeah.
complaining. I dress like this, and you know, people started like, you know, whispering and touching me, and
Yeah.
especially like downtown, you know, when you downtown Kampala, like.
Yes.
So
if you're a woman, let me say you go to Uganda, like make sure you don't dress up in short skirts when you go downtown, because the men will be very inappropriate towards you. They will say insulting things, and when you try to defend yourself, they'll be like, "Oh, why did you dress like this?" You know. So just to avoid all that, like just dress appropriately.
Just dress appropriate, and you don't like raise any, you know, like suspicion.
I believe, I don't know if this is true, but I believe one of the reasons why they banned it is because, you know, it was causing accidents, you know.
Yeah, you're driving and you're looking out, you're like,
I mean, imagine you're driving by and you see a woman, and you know, us Ugandan women, we are blessed behind,
yeah,
you
they
know.
got the
We are blessed. So imagine you see a woman. You see a woman in a short skirt and we know with a big bum. I mean, obviously you want to look, and men were so much, you know, looking, and they were causing accidents, so that was part of it.
So yeah, don't like in Uganda, like you have to dress appropriate. It's actually for the men they dress as they want, but for the ladies it's important because our ladies we want to see them dressed Gomez, if I can say.
Yes.
And another thing actually, like, which is a do, is when you visit like my home, I'm a Ugandan, and you visit my home, what do you do, baby?
Always give you something to eat or drink, but definitely eat.
Don't say no.
No, it's very disrespectful to say no when they offer you something to eat and drink.
Yeah, like you always say thank you, and of course if they serve you, like if they tell you, yeah, we want to give you something to eat, you can always say, yeah, I can
just
take
a little bit,
but don't say that. No, I'm satisfied. Because for me, like if I'm eating from Angela's place and I go to Isaac's or
and you still go and eat.
Yeah, please, thank you. Like it's a way of like saying appreciation, because this person is taking time to give you food. So you have to actually do it. So don't say no to food. Just say thank you. And we have this tendency, like in Uganda, like if they serve you tea, it's always like with sugar in it, and sometimes it can be like this too much sugar because we love sweet stuff. So always you can always say, I will not take the tea, but I can take I take tea without sugar. Like you always like put out something. You don't say before they serve you, because it's also like before, after they have served, like is it like have you put sugar in? And they'll be like, no. Okay, that's good. If you need sugar, like you ask. If you're going to do anything in Uganda, it's very, very important that you leave on time. When you're going to the airport. When you're going to like this traffic we have in Uganda, it's like crazy.
Traffic jam.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh. You could sit in it for like hours. Hours.
Especially, you know, if you're going to the airport. The check-in is 2 hours. You leave maybe if it's like at 2, you have to leave at maybe 8 in the morning.
So I think that's what we had for you guys. Yes, when it comes to do's and don'ts in Uganda, there's obviously much more,
of course,
you know, but these are the ones we could come up with. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you another time. Yes, bye.